Hey guys, it's Gusi. Before I get into any detail about this slightly off-topic video, I want to take the time and say Merry Christmas to you. Even though I'm currently pretty busy at work due to the Christmas season being very wild over here, I still wanted to give you something to hopefully enjoy over the holidays. And of course, I want to say thank you. I started to upload on the Sussy channel about half a year ago, and never would I have believed that there are so many of you Muppets actually watching. Now, with that being said, I hope you can enjoy a video that isn't zero to hero for once, and if you don't mind, accompany me to this different kind of adventure, Season of Discovery. At first, I was pretty skeptical about this, cause even though I tried hardcore, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. And not only is level 25 a very achievable level cap paired with some extra neat features in form of a new raid, some new items and a lot of open world PvP, the enhanced playstyles with runes is also part of what makes this new version of WoW really worth trying. It's just equally as simple as it is fantastic. Now, before I attempt to answer your guys' question, I want to go ahead and announce one more tiny detail. For the first time, I'm playing on the US server, even if that means to play on a slightly higher ping. And there's one easy reason behind this. I want to play with the GOAT. Let me attempt to explain what I mean. I don't watch many streams, and I never have. Watching streams always had to have a purpose for me, in form of learning something from a way better player. So, back when I was enjoying every damn minute in New World, I found a channel that, back in this day, was just as small as I am right now, and that dude was such a chill, humble and down-to-earth young bloke from America, who at his core was just a passionate gamer. He loved testing things out, putting in the extra work to give his audience the best possible experience, and he was easily one of the core reasons I wanted to do videos myself, even though it took me quite a while to actually start them. But you know what they say? There's always time for a comeback. Now, with the why part out of the way, let's talk about the what. As a notorious donkey in WoW retail, and a flaming hot survival enjoyer, I obviously had no choice but to choose a hunter here as well. I mean, you literally can play melee hunter and it works out. With abilities like flanking strike, kill command and carve, the entire game is asking for trouble from this guy. Also, I had to choose the hunter here because at least in Season of Discovery, they get some attention from Blizzard for once. But before we can start to actually have fun, we need to put in the work, because there's nothing more annoying than a hunter without a pet. Or so I thought. Very early in the game, we got gifted an ability that I legit have never used in my entire life, because this shit belongs to a BM hunter in retail. And since I'm neither a little girl or some retired grandpa, I'm not allowed to play BM hunter by the rules of the Hunter Codex. Now, Camera Shot pretty much just deals a lot of damage early on, even more once Serpent Sting is applied, and with this combination I was raiding the entire starting zone. After killing all the pigs, grabbing some fruit, castrating scorpions and finger blasting those little asswipes, we finally finished all of the quests to eventually march out to the real zone. Until I got another quest that wanted some shit from the cave I just came. Bruh. Nonetheless, once I gotten out of Durotar's asshole, I followed into the footsteps of half of the hunter population on the server. I got myself two professions that you either take because you love money, or because you're a bot. Mining and skinning would be my insurance to just power farm the auction house for new upgrades. But in order to become the Gatherer of Tomorrow, I had to walk for probably 15 minutes to make it to the city that apparently has the only mining trainer on this side of the pond. Makaru not only told me about the wild shit he and Corina do once every blue moon, he also gave me the permission slip to finally gather every copper my green ass sees. The name of Ogrimar's resident skinning senpai can only be described as what you get when rolling your forehead over the keyboard. I won't even try to pronounce that shit. But naturally, now I had to make the decision of either leveling or farming materials to make some coin. So we do it like Sean Paul and get busy. Farm that ore, bitch, or you better farm that ore, bitch, or you better get that ore, bitch, or you better something about lyrics that I don't know. My pure greed for copper eventually led me to this little pass inside this belly button of a mountain, with the mission to burn the dance routines of those aggressively twerking Kolkas. So this was a rollercoaster for everyone involved. Mainly me. I think I was the only one involved. The third target was guarded by a rare spawn that was way more aggressively twerking than all the others, which led to our first humbling experience. At least now I knew I should raise from my slouching position into a proper posture, to show this horseboy who's boss. What the fuck? Explosive shot sucks the fattest dick, dude.
Round 3. Fight!
Even though I managed to squeeze in 2 camera shots, Lord Cocainus still was ready to tear myself a 4th asshole, but in the end, we proved to be smarter. Not only did I get my quest goal done, but I also got handsomely rewarded with the chest.
Wow!
After finishing this task that would ensure victory over the horse-fucking bastards, I wanted to tell my troll stepfather about my doings. Yet, just like my actual father, he ran away once he saw me and my brothers. Visiting Orgrimmar again to sell all of my collector items, I had to make sure I upgrade my weapon before I leave again. I said I need a new weapon. There we go. Now slowly but surely we outworked every one of those lazy halfway stone trolls in Sen'jin village by slaughtering the disgusting wildlife, stealing eggs to fuck with the raptors population even though trolls use them as mounts, slayed some pussy on our way, and of course got pulled towards copper. That or bitch. However, there's one specific reason why I'm here. I found an item that I assume will give me a rune in some way, considering this is nothing I remember from playing this game 62 years ago. I had to find the place where some cat is feasting, and because those isles are the only place in here that have cats around, I tested my map knowledge and got insanely rewarded for it. Believe me or not, I did not read about this at all. The last thing to do here was to commit some orc on troll crime, as the local Jamaicans triple dared me to genocide the other gang's village, which I obviously said yes to, because it rewarded me with statless hands, and that seemed like a very good deal to me. After once again selling all of my stuff and buying some neat upgrades for myself, I wanted to show those local Kultiros wussies how we deal with any race that isn't tolerated by Thrall. Until... But as someone who tried to find sexy singles in my area for over 10 years, I now recognize a scam when one happens, and thus I didn't fall for this trap. Though it got to me a little bit. Anyways, our next mission took us to the west of Razor Hill in order to also slaughter half of the population of mutated pigs that for some reason learn to wield weapons or cast magic, but still sound like this on every hit. After just a few hours of running, shooting and mining, we managed to get to level 10, which for every one of you who never played a hunter is pretty much just unlocking a cheat code. We get the ability to domesticate a wild animal and give it some funky name. That for most incels is just a wordplay of the animal's name, like Cat Damon, Jamie Foxx or Bear Force 1. But just so everyone we will potentially face has a warning, we give them the hint that they are about to mess with a war veteran. Sergeant Pablito ain't gonna mess around. And if you see me in game and you don't salute to the Sarge, I don't even want to talk to you, you disrespectful swine. With my brave and swift companion at side, I was ready to take down a target that way too many people are too scared to do on their own. Pussy! And I quickly found out why. This dude sucked me and Pablito so dry, I wanted to put a ring on it right away. Second attempt, and I knew I had to clear this shit out if I wanted some of that juicy glory. Yet for some reason the Sarge decided to go apeshit and ignore the strats as well as the call back button. Those issues cost him dearly and just delayed the mission. Get it together, Sarge. Eventually, we were able to clear the area, leading to a straight up tag team match between the 4 of us, where one had to be sent to the paramedics in an instant. The last task for us, before Big Daddy Thrall will let us go to do more important things, was checking out this cave. Apparently, this mountain asshole is swarming with Scientology members that do the craziest things with those big blue cum dumpsters, and our Lord and Savior was not invited. So we emptied out this place, stealing everything we can, and reported back in record time. After that, I wasted legit 45 minutes to visit every major city to gather all the remaining quests for the first dungeon, until I remembered that someone else could have just shared those to begin with. Deciding that I needed a break from trolls, humans and cultists, I went out to the promised land of Kalimdor in order to slaughter every animal I find. Cause apparently that's all those idiots do out here, and the only thing that could stop me is...
Inventory is full.
However, shortly after my 13th birthday, I got pulled towards Orgrimmar again, mainly because I used the Healthstone to travel back to Crossroads fast, but it turns out I didn't mark it for my home yet, so my old ass was back at this shithole. But here I decided to now take this chance upon me to clean the basement, so I opted to join a group for some rowdy time. No tank, but 2 healers. Yeah, that will work out for sure. Turns out those cultists really went to hire the cheapest kind of employees, that not only looked like a dwarf went to town on a disabled troll, but also only understood the language of violence, so the Sarge was happy to tell them a story. Slowly but surely, we got rid of those femur bone swinging fuckfaces and finally reached some more cultured enemies, until we eventually got to the dude that was my first ever encounter of clickbait, though I didn't know it back then. This dude looks like he will break you in half and then impregnate your bitch, but when confronted with any kind of DNA test to potentially reveal him as the father, he just flops over and plays dead. But the real test was at hand, and thus we found the root of all evil in this cave. A demon cosplaying Bunny Boy was lying to everyone, telling them that Final Fantasy XIV is a better game, and with that I finally understood why every major Horde city had a mission to eradicate this place. Yet my actions didn't go without notice, thus I was finally invited to the God Squad. I greeted them like only a seasoned nerd would do.
Hello there.
And with that, our story has officially begun.